Good day everyone. By the way, I'm Lucille J. Makalalad, paid for this. So, a continuation of report of Ma'am Mary Ann. The topic is all about the information age. We'll discuss the second information revolution. So first, television. Television is one of the 20th century most influential technology. It has become one of essential ways in which people perceive the broader world around them, as well as one of the best way in which people can escape the planet. A German scientist created static moving picture in the 1880s using a filter light that has view through rotating this setting in group work of the modern television during in 1920s. Many scientists started experimenting with using radio waves to transmitting still picture. The system gradually improved upon during 30s and 40s. In America, the first frequency broadcast began in 1939 after the Second World War. The television began to take off as a standard home appliances. Sales of television in America skyrocketing since 1945. In 1954, the first color broadcast was achieved. Television arrived year later in the rest of the world. And it was not until the late 1960s that television became popular in houses throughout the West. TV had become a dominant media power is today by the 1970s with 24 hours programming, mass advertisement, and syndicated show. Satellite television in the 1980s shrunk the global, allowing to live feed from the other countries and time zone. The new millennium has brought the rise of digital video, which is television's future. So yun nga, nung second information age, ito yung or revolution, is radio lang nun yung ginagamit. So ngayon, nag-upgrade na siya, ginawa siyang television na meron siyang mga colors and view features. So kasi sa radio, is nakikita lang natin napapakinggan lang natin siya. Tapos sa television, in-improve nila yung radio na in-experiment nila using by science and technology. So ayun nga, nakikita na natin yung nagtatransmit na yung pictures dun sa dating radio siya. So ginawa ng TV, nakikita na natin. So yung television is a broadened knowledge of different cultures, promote tolerance and global understanding of the international issues through the current affairs, discover lifestyle, cooking show, and children programs. Television to encounter the scientific and cultural curiosities. So, sa source and information or communication and media plays to a very significant role in everyone's life. Media has become a every big part of our life. It's a duty to inform. So next is computer. Computers, the early computer developed was due to military need between in 1939 and 1942. Professor John Vincent Atanasoff and graduated student Clifford Berry designed the world's first digital electronic computer at Iowa State University, the Atanasoff Berry computer reflected many computer advances, including the binary arithmetic system, parallel processes, regenerative memory, and computer separate function. 1839 when Alan Turing developed the first fully functioning electronic digital computer, which was the name Colossus. During World War II, computer used in decode Nazi war code stands for Encyclopedia of Philosophy in 2006. So, ayun nga, yung computer. So, ayan, nakikita natin from the analog na ginagamit dati natin. Ngayon, siya ng computer, digital computer na ginagamit. So, dati, pag analog, ang ingay-ingay, di pa pag ginagamit nila, pag nagtatype sila. So, dito sa computer, marami rin sila. Pwede rin silang mag-compute, pwedeng gumawa ng kung ano mas mabilis, pwedeng na siyang i-print. So, mas madali dito, hindi yung katulad sa kapag sa analog, pag nagkamali tayo, so mabubutas yung pag inulit mo, kaya babalik ka sa from the start. So, mo ulit yun, itatype mo ulit. Hindi katulad sa computer na isang bura mo lang, okay na. So, pag gusto mo palitan yung mga font, yung mga size, mga font style, yon. Then, ang the first fully functioning electronic digital computer, which was named Colossus. So, Colossus during World War II. So, ayun may code nga siya na Nazi war code. So, stands for nga sa Encyclopedia of Philosophy in 2006. So, yung computer dinevelop was due to military needs. So, kailangan siya ng militar para malaman din yung kasi ginagamit din nila kapag ng mga pampasabog din sa kanila para nalalaman din nila. So, ayun nga, nakita naman natin napakalayo ng ginagamit natin na from analog, naging computer na siya. So, next is electronic numerical integrator and calculator, for instance, the ENIAC. In 1946, the first of patent in digital computing system, the ENIAC system is Presper Enkert and John Manchley. The problem with ENIAC and other computer of the first generation was the use of vacuum tube that produce a lot of heat, causing in the overheat or flame out. The purpose of ENIAC was designed the primary use of calculate artillery firing able to United States Army Ballistic Research Laboratory, which later became a part of the Army Research Laboratory. So the capacity of ENIAC at the present was only 220 words of internal memory in the form of electronic accumulators. This small memory capacity limit the size of problem that can be programmed without repeated refers to external punches card memory. So, the benefit in a computing system to take full advantage to electronic processing speed and to think for itself using condition branching and nested subroutines. So, fourth is transistor. The three individual created with the transistor invention with William Shakes, John Bardeen, and Walter Brattain. This invention helped to address the problem of overheat. ROHM in 2019 has stated that the transistor developed was the enormous advancement in electronics sector. It marked the start of the current efforts in the electronics sector after the transistor invention advanced in technology to become more common, with the computer technology being the most notable of this. When we say transistor is a semiconductor device used to amplify or switch electrical signal and power. The size of transistors is around 10 to 20 nanometer in scale. So the voltage drop about the 0.2 voltage. So transistor is miniature device that is used to control or regulate the flow of electronic signal. So what is the importance of transistor? So transistor make a excellent electronic switches. They can turn to current on and off billion of times per second. Digital computer use transistor as a basic mechanism for storing and moving data. PIP is integrated circuits. The development of new computer technology is crucial because it shows the convergence of government, military, and industry cooperation in innovation, making the invention of integrated circuit has contributed to develop the third generation of computer. On September 12, 1958, Jack Kilby, a IT engineer, invented the integrated circuit. It should be revolutionize the electronic industry, helped to cell phones and computer widespread today. Integrated circuit or IC, also called the microelectronic circuit or microchip or chip, an assembly of electronic component or fabricated a single unit. So, circuit is a frequency used in electronic design. So, lastly is satellite. So, satellite is the object that orbit or circle around a more significant object in a space, natural such as the Earth orbiting Moon, the artificial such as the Earth orbiting Internal Space Station are the two types of satellites. By Howard 2017, the first artificial satellite was Sputnik, Russian beach ball size space, the robe that lifted off on October 4, 1957. It marked the beginning of the so-called space age. The score or significant communication of orbiting relay equipment in 1958, the military launches it the first satellite in the US. So satellite too have a changes. It changed the way we see the world around us. The cooperate world exploded in the space when the encountered the first civilian telecommunication satellite with its live broadcast of the 1964 Tokyo Olympic created a sensation by Gottschalk 1917. Early bird, also known the Intellite I, The world's first commercial communication satellite was designed by Hughes Aircraft Company Space and Communication Division, and later by Hughes Space and Communication Company for the Communication Satellite Corporation of ComSat on April 6, 1965. The satellite launches in the synchronous orbit. So the size of satellite types according to the mass is large satellite more than 1,000 kilogram. So the medium satellites 500 to 1,000 kilogram, and the small satellite of mini satellite 100 to 500 kilogram, and micro satellite 10 to 100 kilogram, and mono satellite 1 to 10 kilogram, and poco satellite less than 1 kilogram. So the importance of satellites of the bird eye view that satellites have allowed them to see the large area of the earth at one time. This ability means satellite can collect more data more quickly than instrument on the ground. Satellite also can see into space better than telescope and Earth's surface. Satellite provide in-flight phone communication or airplanes and are often the main conduit of voice communication for rural area or areas where phone lines are damaged after the disaster. Satellite also provide a primary timing sources for cell phone and passengers.